Speaking of niggas, and a nigga that love to be a nigga, Kanye. Kanye got back in the news this week again. Kanye stayed in the news, and I think Kanye is brilliant. I love Kanye music, especially early on, and I think as a marketing guy and as a creative, he's brilliant. As a person, I still like to see more, but Kanye got on Twitter and says he's giving back 50% share of the artists that are on good music. Here, giving back their 50% share that he holds in their music. So if you don't know, Kanye started good music I want to say like 5-6 years ago. He signed a bunch of talented artists. Big Sean. I'm talking Tiana Taylor. 2 Chainz worked with them for a minute. I'm not sure if 2 Chainz was ever signed to good music, but I know he worked with them for a minute. Side the Prince. Who else? A lot of talented people. I don't even have the time to sit here and name each one of them individually. I know he had Designer also for a while there, but he signed a bunch of talented people. And recently, Kanye came out. He was speaking up against Universal / Def Jam, who owns the rights to his music. Well, some of his music, at least after the Yeezus. After Yeezus, Kanye owns his his masters after Yeezus. But before Yeezus, when some of his best work were done, I'm talking Dark Twisted Fantasies, I'm talking Graduation, I'm talking Late Dropout, I'm talking 808 Heartbreaks. Some of the best Kanye West music, unfortunately, belongs to Universal / Def Jam. They own the rights to those music and his catalog before the Yeezus album. So Kanye went on this Twitter rant about how he wants to own his music. It's unfair that these people sign into these slave deals and he wants the right to own his music. He has the money to buy it back now, but they won't sell it back to him. And a lot of people, with over the week or so are kind of looking at him like, if you're preaching this message of ownership and how it's unfair that these labels have your masters, how do you explain the fact that, some of these other artists are saying you own their masters? How can you be, like fighting against a system that you're a part of? And, I saw Kanye tweet at something about, all of these artists deserve the right to own their masters. And nobody talked about it, but I picked this up last week. And Big Sean was in the comments saying, let's start with me. Yo, Kanye, you own my masters. You talking about getting your master back and how it's unfair. This is a slave trade. This is all of this. But yet, bro, you own my master. You're not talking about giving me back my masters. So, I think Kanye came under pressure last week from a lot of people, a lot of artists saying, yo, man, this guy's talking about, it's about the music industry. He's trying to liberate music. He's trying to free all these slave deals. But yet, Big Sean's in a slave deal. Tiana Taylor is in a slave deal. Side the Prince is in a slave deal. Yo, you can't be fighting this fight and not been honest with us and like telling us, I'm fighting against our corporation that I'm a part of. So, I think the pressure from everybody holding Kanye accountable and responsible for what he says, I think he kind of came out and said, hey, man, I'm giving back everybody 50% share that I own, because the way the deal works is Universal owns 50% share in those artists like Big Sean, Tiana Taylor music, and Kanye owns the other 50%. So Kanye came out and said he's giving back that 50%. Now we got to, hold Kanye accountable and make sure these artists get that 50% back. So, I'd like to see 2-3 months from now, was Big Sean able to get that 50% back? Did Tiana Taylor get that 50% back? Designer, is he getting that 50% back too? So Kanye, we're looking at you, man. We're holding you accountable. Hopefully those artists get those ownership in their music back, and hopefully you get ownership in your music back too. I like to see you happy and putting out good music, because once again, no one from this generation competes with Kanye, especially when it comes to like his first few catalogs, like the Graduation, the 808 Heartbreaks, the Dark Twisted Fantasies, the Late Dropout. those are some of Kanye's best work, and I think that's why he's trying to own those masters, because he know no one will be able to duplicate those work. Even him couldn't duplicate those work. So shout out to Kanye, man. I hope you're able to get that back.